suppose my emotions when I was initially diagnosed with cancer were certainly one of fear and shock and worry about the future.
Well, originally hospice was always believed to be somewhere you came in and you died in hospice, and that was it. We have changed so much over the years that hospice care has evolved. It's become a specialty. So now more and more patients are coming in for symptom management, and once they're managed they go home again to their families.
The role of the hospice is to provide specialist palliative care to patients. Many patients, whenever they're facing a disease which has no cure as such, may well need supportive treatment for various symptoms that they may experience. The hospice then is able to support them very well through inpatient specialist care, where they will receive intensive medical and nursing care.
So from a fundraising point of view, we have to be very conscious of raising funds to enable all of the services to exist. That fundraising would not be possible without the support of the local community. We're greatly indebted to the community because over 2/3 of our funding comes from our fundraising activities here.
It was a very safe place to go at a very probably different stage of my life, and I would now, I suppose, try and do something in the fundraising end of it to help other people who are hopefully going to benefit from being in whatever part of the hospice.
The fundraising activities range from people in the community doing maybe a night in their local hall. Could there be a community dance, maybe a head shave, leg waxes, anything from that, right through to people having maybe a barn dance, right on to into schools, businesses in the community. We also would have volunteers.
I've been volunteering for 2 years now, and I do reception duties. But as I said, there's so many different roles involved. Everyone can find something that would suit them, and I mean everyone could find. It's up to yourself how little or how much of your time you want to commit. I think people are maybe get the wrong idea about volunteering is that you have to have a lot of free time on your hands, or you have to be retired, but you can certainly work it around a full-time job.
The community liaison role post came about a few years ago, and it was really to develop a more coordinated approach to the admissions and discharges within the hospice. Initially it was funded by the National Lottery, but within this last few years that funding has been taken over by the hospice, and it's now a permanent post.
The nursing team are pivotal to the whole organisation. They're here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They provide physical, psychological, spiritual and emotional support to the patients and the families and to their carers.
So I was scared of coming to the hospice because I thought the hospice was for people who were all dying, and I think I had to overcome that misconception, if you like, about hospice care, that it actually is for people who live positively with cancer.
Well, the inpatient unit is a 12-bedded unit, and it's divided over 2 floors. Each person has their own single room, so they can have their own privacy and they can have their own family in with them. We also have a relatives room where relatives can go and sit and relax, and we also have an area where relatives can stay.
The Donaldson Centre is located on the 3rd floor of St John's House, and it's a counselling and therapy centre. And again, it's really for patients who have a diagnosis of cancer, MS or motor neuron disease. And the idea behind the Donaldson Centre is that people will come to us much more early on in their illness, following their diagnosis, and that we'll be able to provide a range of services to them to help them during their journey through their illness.
The hospice currently offers outpatient clinics in 3 different sites: in Dungannon, in South Tyrone Hospital, in Craigavon Area Hospital through the Mandeville unit, and here in the hospice itself.
For a lot of people that I know who have lived with cancer or who have family members, fundraising is really something that the wheels need to keep turning in the hospice, and it depends so much on people who will organise something, and fundraising is actually it's good, and whenever you get into it, there's a great satisfaction about certainly raising money.